Hello there. We are continuing with our video lecture series on machine tool and machining. This is a third year subject at IIT Kharagpur. I am Soumitra Pal. This is being taught in 4 different sections. Students of all the 4 sections are advised to go through these video lectures. This will enable them to achieve their learning objectives. Today we are going to study solve numerical problems on cycle time. This is part of machining time and machining economics. So let us look at the problem statement. What does it say? Determine the time per piece or cycle time. This is different from machining time that we have already discussed. This is a case of straight turning. If you recall, the machining time was discussed for facing operation of a disc. The diameter of the cylindrical bar is given. The process parameter, that is feed, depth of cut and cutting speed, are also given. Feed is 0.2 millimeter per revolution, depth of cut is 2 millimeter and cutting speed is 1.2 pi meter per second. So this is rather high cutting speed. You are asked to assume the approach and over travel to be 2 millimeter. Both of them, they are 2 millimeter. The length of the workpiece, this is a straight turning operation, is 800 millimeter. Tool life is 15 minutes. Tool change time is 1 minute and idle time is 0.5 minute. With this particular data, you have been asked to find out time per piece, or which is also known as cycle time. That means how much time do you require to produce a single part or produce or to undertake this particular machining operation. Now let us translate the data from the given problem statement into solution. So first thing we are going to find out is length of tool travel, LT. Length of tool travel has 3 components: approach, it has over travel and it has job length. This is particularly true in case of turning operation. If you go for milling operation or grinding operation, other than approach and over travel, because of the geometry of the job and the cutter, you may require some mandatory travel as well. So from the given problem, we can find out the approach is 2 millimeter, over travel is 2 millimeter, and if you recall, the length of the job was 800 millimeter. So the length of tool travel is 804 millimeter. Now let us find out the rotational speed of the job, because we need the rotational speed of the job for something else, for finding out the feed rate. Feed rate was not given, feed was given. This is the cutting speed, and if you recall, it was 1.5 pi meter per second. So if you multiply that by 60, it becomes meter per minute. So you can use the standard formula Vc equal to pi dn by 1000, where d is the diameter of the job in millimeter and n is in rpm, the rotational speed of the spindle. So if you solve this particular equation, you get the rotational speed of the spindle to be 360 rpm. Now let us calculate the feed rate, because feed rate calculation is important to calculate the machining time. Feed rate is SM, which is nothing but feet per revolution times the rotational speed of the job, which comes out to be around 72 millimeter per minute. So 360 is the rotational speed of the job and 0.2 millimeter per revolution is the feet per revolution. So it comes out to be feed rate to be equal to 72 millimeter per minute. That means this is the speed with which the tool would be moving in the longitudinal direction. Now let us calculate the machining time. Machining time thus would be the total length of the tool travel divided by the speed with which the tool is traveling. So LT by SM, and that comes out to be 11.18. This particular part is 804 divided by, this is your 804 millimeter tool travel divided by 72. This is 11.17. Is it the cycle time? No. This 11.17 is not the cycle time or time required to produce one part. This is the machining time. Cycle time and machining time, there is a subtle difference. Let us explore what is that subtle difference. Cycle time is this one, or time per piece has several components. One is the machining time, one is the idle time, and total tool change time. It has got several components. This is the tool change time, and this particular fraction gives you how many times do you change the tool during the machining operation. In our case, idle time is 0.5, tool change time is 1 minute, and this is the tool life, which is 15 minutes. So only one thing which is not known is TM, that we have calculated in the previous slide. So here we have calculated that already, which is 11.17. So if we plug that in, what we get is the cycle time. So this is very much different from the machining time. So this is the machining time, this is the idle time, this is the tool change time. Now this is an interesting thing. If you are producing a single part, as because your machining time is 11.17 and tool life is 15 minutes, for a single part you do not incur any tool change. But if your batch size is 100 or 500, in that case, while you are machining the second part, you have to provide a tool change. So the average apportionment of that particular phenomena comes into being. So 11.17 by 15. Had the machining time been 20, then it would have been very easy to understand that 20 by 15, whatever it comes, 1 point whatever, that many times you are changing the tool. So our machining time for this particular problem comes out to be 12.42, and expectedly it is more than. It is expectedly your cycle time is more than your machining time. Why is it more? Because in cycle time there are other components. One is idle time, another one is number of times you change your tool times, that is multiplied by what is the tool change time. So expectedly it has come out to be 12.4, where this one is 11.1. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to your channel. Also, please press the bell icon so that you receive your notification. You are free to share these videos with your friends and family. Thank you once again for your time.